F-35 versus J-20, the stealth fighter rivalry that could decide the next Wardo stealth fighters. Two superpowers, and a question that keeps defense analysts up at night. If the F-35 and the J-20 ever met in the sky, which one would see the other first? Because in modern air combat, that's the only question that actually matters. Today, we're breaking down America's F-35 Lightning II against China's J-20 Mighty Dragon. And the numbers reveal something neither country wants to fully admit. Let's start with the single most important number in stealth combat, radar cross-section. Basically, how big does your jet look on enemy radar? The F-35 measures around 0.005 square meters head-on. To put that in perspective, that's roughly the radar signature of a small insect. The J-20's exact number is classified, but independent simulations estimate it somewhere between 0.01 and 0.1 square meters, meaning the F-35 could be 1 to 2 orders of magnitude stealthier from the front. Why the gap? 2 words, canards. The J-20 has small forward control surfaces near the nose that boost maneuverability. But every flat surface on a stealth jet is a surface that can bounce a radar wave back. The F-35 has none. Its entire shape was ruthlessly optimized around one goal: disappear from every angle, not just the front. But here's where it gets interesting. Because stealth isn't the only game being played. The J-20 is significantly larger, 20.5 meters long versus the F-35's 15.7. That size isn't a weakness, it's a trade-off. More room means more fuel, more weapons, and a longer reach. The J-20 has a combat radius of roughly 2,000 miles. The F-35A, about 1,380. In the vast distances of the Pacific, that gap could be the difference between reaching a target and running out of fuel halfway there. Speed tells a similar story. The J-20 can push past Mach 2. The F-35 tops out at Mach 1.6. On paper, China's jet is simply faster and goes further. So if the F-35 wins on stealth and the J-20 wins on range and speed, what actually decides who sees who first? Sensors. And this is where the F-35 pulls dramatically ahead. The F-35 isn't just a fighter jet. Pilots and analysts often call it a flying supercomputer. Its AN/APG-81 radar, combined with its distributed aperture system and electro-optical targeting system, gives the pilot a 360-degree real-time view of the battle space, fusing data from every sensor on the aircraft into one picture. It can detect, track, and share targeting data with other aircraft, ships, and ground units, often locking onto a target before that target even knows it's being watched. The J-20 isn't standing still, though. Its radar has reportedly tripled its detection range in recent years, now spotting targets 600 to 700 kilometers out, up from just 300. China has also been aggressively integrating AI-assisted decision systems into the cockpit, essentially giving pilots a digital co-pilot that processes battlefield data faster than a human ever could. Now let's talk weapons, because this is where the J-20's strategy becomes obvious. China is building this jet around one missile in particular, the PL-15. Reports suggest it has a range exceeding 200 kilometers, with an advanced radar seeker that may outperform America's AIM-120 AMRAAM, the F-35's primary long-range weapon. The message is clear. If China can't out-stealth the F-35, it wants to outshoot it from further away. The F-35 counters with maturity. Thousands of combat hours, a refined weapons suite, and new 6-in-the-bay internal racks that let it carry 6 missiles without sacrificing its stealth profile by hanging weapons externally. So who actually wins? Numbers-wise, the scale alone tells a story. Over 1,200 F-35s are flying today across more than a dozen allied nations. The J-20 fleet sits somewhere around 200 to 250 aircraft, all operated by China alone, since the J-20 has never been offered for export. But raw numbers don't settle a dogfight. In a pure one-on-one stealth contest, most analysts still give the edge to the F-35. Better all-around stealth, superior sensor fusion, and combat experience earned over real deployments. The J-20 has never fired a shot in actual combat. The J-20's advantage isn't a clean kill. It's range, missile reach, and the home field advantage of operating inside its own air defense network over the Pacific. A strategy built less on being invisible and more on never letting the fight get close enough for stealth to matter. Here's the real takeaway. This was never going to be decided by one jet against one jet. The F-35 plays quarterback in a network of ships, satellites, and allied aircraft. The J-20 plays a different game entirely. Speed, distance, and missiles that hit before the enemy is even in visual range. Two completely different philosophies of war, built by two different superpowers, and neither side has had to prove which one actually wins. If you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe.